FPS. Do you know what it is? How many do you need? How do you get them? Can you have too many?
FPS stands for the number of frames per second. No, not the number of people who are convicted per year in the United States for committing a crime that they did not actually do, which by the way is about 10,000. We're talking about frames per second in terms of the number of images displayed by your monitor per second. It seems that a lot of people believe that the number of frames per second which your computer outputs makes the image look smoother, which is often less than what your computer will be trying to output. Now, while this is true for most monitors, it's not true for all. A lot of the more expensive monitors are able to show you a lot of frames per second, which makes sense that they're more expensive.
And different forms of media also demand different frame counts. For instance, if you're just staring at one picture, that's one frame that you're looking at. TV tends to come to you at about 24 frames per second, but like Isaac said earlier, computer monitors come at about 60 frames per second. So why do people try to achieve higher frames per second? This is because there's certain applications that need higher frames per second. Like virtual reality, or VR, tends to need 90 frames per second or even higher. In competitive first-person shooters, you tend to want higher frames per second because you want all the advantages you can gain in the game. Like you want to be able to see the enemy before they can see you.
In a lot of the times, even when having higher frames is not needed, it can still be really helpful because you can get a buffer so that if you ever did drop frames, you'd still be above 60. And a lot of people try to get higher frames in case they're going to do other things on top of it, like running other applications, such as recording software. That can majorly drop your frames per second, so having it high normally will keep you safe.
Having a higher FPS in your footage while editing is a very good thing. If you're ever doing slow motion and have higher FPS, it's a lot more smoother than having lower FPS.
If
you liked
this
video, then
like
this video.
Leave
a comment
down
below if
you
have any
questions
about technology.
Don't
forget to
subscribe
to learn
how
to tech.